Welcome back to the IS&T Experiences. In this episode, I am excited to introduce you to one of our outstanding alumni, Rosemary Keenan, who is now part of the team at FNBO. Rosemary graduated from the College of Information Science and Technology and has built an inspiring career in tech right here in our community. We invited her to share her journey from her time as an IS&T student to how she landed her first job and the experiences that shaped her success after graduation. So Rosemary, what program did you graduate from?
Thank you very much, Martha. I graduated from the computer science program at the College of Information Science and Technology here at UNO.
That's wonderful. And how did you go about finding your first job?
So it's actually kind of a funny story. I actually graduated in 2020, the fall of 2020, which of course was a wonderful time to do anything, what with COVID being kind of at its peak at the time. So a lot of the things that I had been previously relying on, or banking on, I guess, in order to get a job, like job fairs and open calls, things like that, a lot of those really dried up in that time. So I was lucky enough, having gone through the computer science program here at UNO, that I made several connections, one of which was with Mr. Deepak Kazanchi, who at the time was one of the associate deans of students at the College of IS&T. So I reached out to him and basically sort of explained where I was at, having recently graduated but having trouble finding a job. And he reached out to his wonderful network of recruiters and people he knows here in the Omaha job market. And through that, I was connected with the lovely people at First National Bank, and that is where I have been since then.
I can't believe the experience that you must have had as a student during COVID. Now, with knowing now that you had that sudden change in your life, what do you do as a student that really helped you? And knowing the experience that you went through, what do you think can help a student now who doesn't have that context?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when I was a student at the College of Information Science and Technology, I participated in a lot of extracurricular activities, which at the time was not necessarily needed if you were in a computer science discipline. You know, at the time, the job market was very in need of anyone who really knew how to code. However, I sort of leveraged those extracurricular activities as opportunities to network. And I made a lot of very lasting and important connections here in the Omaha community that have served me to this day. It also taught me a lot about being independent and self-advocacy. I was also the president of a club on campus known as the Association for Computing Machinery Women, which was a computer science and software related club focusing specifically on women's involvement in the computer science industry, considering it's such a male-dominated field. And it's through that club that I actually sort of formed that connection with Mr. Deepak Kazanchi, which led to me getting my first job. So.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing all of the opportunities that you took advantage to make those connections. And what do you think IS&T is a good choice for someone who's still deciding where to go?
Yeah, so to that, I mean, I have an answer to that across all types of education. You know, I do every once in a while volunteer teaching for younger students or maybe in the elementary school age, middle school age. But across all ages, I recommend getting involved in computer science, getting involved in software, because it's a logic-based trade. It's a logic-based program. And what I've found is that through studying software, through studying, point A, getting from point A to point B in a logical manner, it's taught me to apply that sort of philosophy of logic to my own life, where, you know, I'm able to solve problems faster. I'm able to understand issues faster because I'm exercising that portion of my brain every day. And I found that that's kind of made me a better human being.
That's wonderful. Rosemary, thank you for sharing your story with us. It's always very inspiring to see how our alumni are using their education to make an impact and lead in their field. In our next episode of the IS&T Experience, you'll hear directly from our students about what is it to learn, collaborate, and grow here at IS&T. So stay tuned. You won't want to miss it.